Now welcome to another edition of News from Naboo with Thor's Lightning Takes. And let's get right to the news.
Okay, we've got 4 news stories, so let's get moving. Carl Weathers praises layered storytelling in The Mandalorian Season 3. In a new interview with Empire magazine, Carl Weathers briefly talked about Mando Season 3. He is back, of course, as Greef Karga in front of the camera, but he's also directing. He also helmed an episode in Season 2, Chapter 12, The Siege, and he's very excited about doing it again. About the episode he directed for the season, Carl Weathers said the following. Oh, there's a bit more action, I think, in this one. It is a little different to The Siege, because a lot of it had a lot more scope. But this one also had many, many different kinds of stories within the story. That's really nice.
A story within a story. It's like Inception meets Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm. He went on to explain how directing for The Mandalorian has been an enriching experience for him. I love directing. It's my passion. This show gives me so much opportunity to deal with all these different characters, even though they're different episodes. That's not like a typical episodic television. It's not a whodunit. It's not a dark comedy. It's not procedural. It's so many different things. It's an action adventure on top of that. As a director, you get a chance to exercise your talent and also your ability to deliver in those areas. The footage shown during Celebration showed us a regal-looking Greef Karga.
Moving up in the galaxy.
And when that topic was brought up, he, of course, immediately praised the costume designer. Amazing, isn't it? We have such a wonderful wardrobe designer who puts all that together. The wardrobe is majestic, to say the least. Greef wears it well. It really speaks to how he is articulated, how he's grown in stature and ambition, he explains. And obviously on screen it looks fantastic and adds so much. Mandalorian Season 3 is in post-production and scheduled for the February 2023 release.
Yay.
Yay! You sounded so excited.
Well, I'm excited for Mando Season 3, I think more so than maybe anything else. I don't know. I got the high hopes for Andor. I know.
The trailer looked really good.
Andor's cross your fingers and hope that they get this right and it's interesting and good, despite, again, it's being a story set in a time period that is not exactly the most exciting anymore, I'd say.
Well, you might be looking forward to Mando because, like we've discussed in previous videos, we don't know where these characters are going.
Yeah.
We don't know their futures.
Yeah, we don't know anything. The Mandalorians had nothing to do with the sequel trilogy, so it's all open-ended. Even during the time period of the original trilogy, we don't know what's going on with the Mandalorian. So there's so many questions and mysteries around that. So it's nice to get to just a different chunk of the galaxy, a mysterious part.
There's that one chunk that we don't know where these characters end.
Yeah.
And/or while I'm looking forward to it, we do know what happens to him.
Yeah. Same with Mon Mothma. Apparently going to be pretty big in the series. We kind of know her, her destination.
Yeah, we know she's safe.
Yeah. So you're going to have this series that's kind of, she's going to be plotting and planning behind the scenes. You're like, oh, is she going to get away with it? And, well, yeah, she is. She's going to survive.
She's going to survive?
Rebel Alliance will kick off, and
she'll be okay.
Yep, we all win in the end, except for Andor. He gets vaporized. But anyway.
But that's not till later.
No.
All right, let's move on to the second story today. Skeleton Crew starts filming. Everything we know so far about the new Star Wars live-action series. During Star Wars Celebration, Lucasfilm confirmed that Spider-Man No Way Home director John Watts is working on the new live-action Star Wars series for Disney Plus, titled Skeleton Crew. Christopher Ford, who co-wrote Spider-Man Homecoming, will be the writer and an executive producer on the series as well. Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are also on board as executive producers.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness. The series is set in the Mandalorian era. It's going to follow a group of kids who got lost in wild space. Jude Law is so far the only confirmed actor for the series, though details about his role are still under wraps.
He's going to be voicing a droid. You watch.
Or he's a bad guy.
I don't know. What is it with British droids or Imperials? I don't think they can do anything else in Star Wars.
Well, who knows what they'll find in wild space.
True.
Watts said the following at the celebration stage. It's the story of their journey trying to find their way home. It stars 4 kids, but is not a kids' show. They compared it to Clone Wars and Rebels, and that it's a show kids can watch, but it's not a show. It's not a kids' show. Concept art display at the panel kind of matches the description for like an Amblin style series, following like 4 10-year-olds across space.
Goonies in space, which was for kids. Well, Goonies is for kids. I mean, essentially, it's a kids' movie. You can probably still enjoy it as an adult, but I don't know. It's a weird statement to say, like, a show that is... I mean, I guess Stranger Things really wasn't for kids, was it? And it was featured... No, that wasn't really for children.
No.
So there you go. I guess...
I've heard this described once, at least in an article, as like Stranger Things in space. So.
Okay. I hope so. I hope there's some kind of weirdness to it, right? Out in the wild space. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, the character... As for the kids, they're going to be 2 males, 1 female, and 1 non-binary person. The release date was announced to be 2023. According to the new report, it seems like they're on track to hit that. I mean, Besman Bullet is saying that the new series started filming in late June in Manhattan Beach Studios. While we don't know what the shooting schedule is exactly, if we look at the past projects, we can speculate cameras will be rolling through the entire summer, probably till September or October. I mean, The Acolyte is currently rumored to start filming in early November, so it would make sense that Skeleton Crew is wrapping up right before that because they'll probably share some studio space. So from this production start date, we can guess the release window for the show. Because, Mandalorian Seasons 1 and 2 were released a year after they started filming. I think we're looking at a late summer, early fall 2023 release date. Makes sense. Some of it's going to depend on when they release Ahsoka and how much time they want in between the 2 projects.
Well, yeah, I mean, we got Mando in February, so I assume Ahsoka May and June, and then late summer, early fall for Skeleton Crew, and then winter for Acolyte, right? Sounds about right.
Acolyte, based on like when they're starting the filming and all that, I wouldn't expect it before January or February 2024.
Well, that is winter.
I know it's winter, but it's not.
I didn't say the start of winter. I just said winter. And let's not forget we have I almost call it Rogue One. We have Andor Season 2 as well, which
I've heard isn't supposed to even start filming until next year.
Oh boy. Okay, so Cassian's going to look like he's 50, and he's going to be younger than Rogue One. It's going to be great. It'll be like Hayden and Obi-Wan all over again.
All right, you're done. I'm moving on.
Well, no, can we talk about Skeleton Crew? I mean, it's kind of the complete mystery project right now. It's it's going to be Stranger Things in space.
I'm really hoping that at least one of the 4 kids is an alien.
Do we have like an idea of like age range? When we say kids, that could mean teenagers.
The kids are supposed to be 11. The cast are 10.
So kids. Okay.
The kids are supposed to be playing. They're playing 10-year-olds. Say playing 10-year-olds. The casting call was looking for like 11 to 15-year-olds who look like 10-year-olds.
So strange that this is going to be like I mean, is it trying to be like a copy of Stranger Things in Star Wars? Is that what they're going for?
Who knows? Maybe they're trying to take some pages out of Marvel's book and change genres with different series.
I don't know. I think it's kind of interesting because saying it's kids can watch it, but it's not for kids. Yet it's features kid actors. It's kind of a strange thing, right? I mean, that's what Stranger Things did. Though I don't think Stranger Things is really for kids. It kind of tries to capitalize off that 80s nostalgia. So is that what they're doing? You said like Amblin Entertainment and E.T. and that sort of thing.
During the time of the Mandalorian.
No, so I'm just wondering if it's going to kind of be in the same vein. It's going to feel like an 80s kind of Star Wars show or something. With
very, very possible.
I don't know if they're going to kind of give it an old school feel more or less. I'm just really curious about what this is going to be.
Next story. Light and Magic documentary series about ILM releases their star-studded official trailer. So the trailer is out now for Light and Magic. The 6-part documentary series will dive into the creation of Industrial Light and Magic and how it evolved into the most influential special effects company in cinematic history. The trailer packs a whole host of legendary names, including its founder, of course, George Lucas,
Never heard of him.
James Cameron, Steven Spielberg, and more. While many just associate the branch of Lucasfilm as the innovators who brought Star Wars to life, the trailer does remind you that they did a lot of iconic films and that wouldn't be possible without the minds over at ILM. The trailer shows off effects of the T-1000 from Terminator 2 Judgment Day, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Transformers, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and more. The series premieres July 27th on Disney+.
Oh, we'll be watching that.
I know. It looked very interesting to me.
I love kind of the behind-the-scenes stuff and learning
Absolutely.
Especially that seeing old school Star Wars behind the scenes when they had the models and their...
Yeah, well, and their story is so interesting because they came together as a group of people who don't do that.
Well, there wasn't people who did that. That wasn't like a job
they just
back then.
Invented what they were doing.
They were the ones who started it and made it a job. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that they keep innovating even up till today.
Yeah.
Pushing that boundary. All right, last story, and this one's kind of a fun story I happened across online. Man arrested on suspicion of stealing $10,000 Star Wars replica claims he was testing Disney World security.
And failing, apparently.
Lo and behold, it happened in Florida.
Okay. Florida man. Yeah, Florida guy.
A Florida man wheeled away a $10,000 replica of R2-D2 and claimed he was testing their security when he was caught. The Orange County Sheriff's deputies said that he was discovered acting suspiciously in the lobby of the Swan Reserve Hotel. The hotel is owned by the Marriott, but it's located on the grounds of Disney World Resort. When hotel security approached the man, he was pushing a cart containing R2 and wearing a Disney name tag that said David on it. He appeared lost, and the sheriff's deputies were called. When the man told him he was an employee, but he couldn't locate the employee locker rooms, he ended up kind of leading them on a wander around on the boardwalk area until he was eventually asked to show ID from his wallet.
How long did they humor this guy?
I don't even know. No such employee was found in the Disney records, the deputy said. Then the man claimed he submitted a job application with Disney World Security and had been stealing items to show weaknesses in the security of the resorts. Deputies say they have linked him to thefts at Fort Wilderness, the Boardwalk Resorts, and the Grand Floridian, all Disney properties. According to deputies, they found some of the missing items, including light fixtures and a towel cabinet in the man's home.
What?
I don't even know.
I get stealing the R2, but the towel cabinet?
I don't know.
I like that he admitted to stealing other stuff. Like, geez.
He's just like, well, they probably at this point know he's going to search. He's like, I'll just be upfront. I steal stuff all the time. I'm testing security.
What a weird story. I can't believe he admitted to, like, yeah, I've been stealing stuff all this time to prove that Disney should have hired me.
Maybe he thought that somehow Disney would appreciate his candor.
Yeah, I don't think they appreciate him stealing their stuff. I mean, it'd be not that it's right, but it'd be one thing if he stole it and then like brought it back the next day. Like, see, you should have hired me. I mean, it's still theft. Not that that's legal either, but at least you would have proven that you were trying to test their security. I guess I don't know.
Well, who knows if he actually even submitted an application? Maybe he just thought this was a fun little game he could play.
Do you know where the locker rooms are? No. But I do work here.
I'm new. Yeah.
So new, I haven't been shown around yet. But I am wheeling out this $10,000 R2-D2 unit.
Cleaning.
That was the first thing. Yeah. I'm like I'm Natalie Portman, cleaning R2. I'm sorry, Padme, actually. I remember she was in Star Wars, the prequels, believe it or not.
Don't start.
All right, I won't go there.
No.
All right, well, I guess that's all we got for you this time. So take to the comments below. Tell us what you think of today's news. Tell us what you think about Skeleton Crew. I mean, is this something you're excited about? Is this something you need to hear more about, perhaps? Whatever the case may be, leave your comments below. Let's talk some Star Wars. And until next time, thanks for watching.